Hey everyone, how you doing? So let's take a look at this video. This lady heard a bam, bam, bam knocking, someone beating on her door, and she went down there, as anyone would, to see what was going on. Okay, and unfortunately, the knocking and the beating on the door, they were letting her know they're posting a notice of eviction on the door. Check this out.
Somebody's beating on my door. This is like the third time in a row.
Now, hold on. When she opens the door, I want you to listen very carefully what she says about payment. This sounds like to me it might be I'm not sure, but she's either on some type of help, or I'm wondering if she is on a housing program, because she mentioned something about they knew her situation.
Eviction notice. Petition to hand over to the courts. So open the door. This was on the door. This is why they banging my door down when they could have did this 3 days ago instead of banging my shit down when I got kids in here. So we go to Silver Court, July 7th, 9:30. I'll be there. So, owe money for judgment is $1,562.73 plus interest from December the 1st, 2024. But the thing is, when I moved in, I have text messages to prove 3 months in a row I tried to pay my rent. What else am I supposed to do? But the system with the BS, because I found an apartment. I had the lease, and guess what? The apartment was rented out, but it's empty at the same time. How'd that work? And another thing is, hold on, switch my caseworker. When I had the caseworker I knew everything that was going on with me and with this apartment. So, court July 7th, 9:30. Please don't scroll.
Okay, listen. Two things. First of all, she said they could have done this, 3 days ago? Well, ma'am, if they would have done it 3 days ago prior, that would have more than likely moved your court date up. That's a possibility. So the later they inform you, they may give you more time. That's what I think. So she mentioned about her caseworker. In the spirit of love, either you paid the rent or you didn't. How do you, I tried to pay the rent? What do you mean you tried to pay it? Either in a court, either you did or you didn't. But I tried to pay the rent. If there was an issue paying the rent the first time, see, don't play about your place to live. It's not, and then you have a man there and children. Do not play about your place to live. I tried to pay. If there is an issue with you paying the first time, it shouldn't be 3 months in a row. Unless you're trying to run game, and I hope not. But when it comes to your rent, that's business, having a roof over your head. There shouldn't be any, I tried to pay rent. The first time that happened the first month, and there's an issue, I would have been on that phone calling. I would have been emailing. What is the issue? You have a caseworker? Contact the caseworker. Let them know there's a problem paying your rent. You tried to pay your rent? Either you did or you didn't, because you signed a lease. So if there's a problem, or maybe they didn't accept the rent, what's going on? Send it priority mail, wire it. What's going on? That's the part, I've heard this before, and I was trying to pay. What do you mean you were trying to pay? You could log in online to pay? Then at that point, and you try it again the second time? Oh, no. At that point, it's time to start that paper trail. Because if they have a system where you're trying to pay and you can't, guess what? That's the old game. That's to get you out. And if you're thinking, oh, well, I already tried to pay, it's not on me. When it comes to court of law, do you have the money? Did you pay or did you not? That's it. No, I tried to pay. That's how people end up getting evicted, losing their place, thinking, oh, well, I tried to pay. I got my text messages. Okay, but even if you tried to pay and you didn't, there was an issue for 3 whole months. I don't see it's going to fly, darling. And on top of that, you heard of a thing called, I don't know, late fee. You end up paying more than what you owe. So grown people got to handle their business.
This was on the door. This is why they banging my door down when they could have did this 3 days ago instead of banging my shit down when I got kids in here.
Honey, banging on the door while you have kids in here, that's the least of your problems. The paperwork on the door, that's the real problem right there. Banging on your door because you have kids in here, that's not even a problem. That's really not a problem. You got bigger fish to fry. The banging on the nose when you have kids in here, nah, that's the least of your problems, ma'am.
So we go to Silver Court, July 7th, 9:30. I'll be there. So, owe money for judgment is $1,562.73 plus interest from December the 1st, 2024. But the thing is, when I moved in, I have text messages to prove 3 months in a row I tried to pay my rent. What else am I supposed to do?
So when you try to pay your rent, that may be an issue. What did you pay it or did you not? You tried to pay your rent. Do you have screenshots? How did you try to pay your rent? That's the part I'm just not understanding. So when you couldn't pay it the first time, you didn't think to call that caseworker? You didn't think to call the caseworker? So then the second month, the same thing.
To prove 3 months in a row, I tried to pay my rent. What else am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to find out if you had the money, why the rent was not being accepted, and call the caseworker and start sending emails, send a certified letter return receipt. I'm just trying to understand, how do you try to pay your rent? You're supposed to pay it. You tried? Did you have the money? They wouldn't accept it? What do you mean you tried? And see, now we've gone from 3 months in a row. I tried to pay my rent to 3 months in a row. Now they're trying to evict you. And it's real simple. Either you paid or you didn't.
But the system with the BS, because I found an apartment. I had the lease, and guess what? The apartment was rented out, but it's empty at the same time. How'd that work?
Ma'am, it doesn't matter. When you go to court, they want to know, where's the contract? Did you sign it? You moved in? Did you pay the rent? And it's sad, people come with all kind of excuses and they still lose their place. And you don't want to lose your place. You don't, because you may have a heart. You may not get another one. Some people will find out, okay, I'm on my feet now. No. They don't want to take a chance. So the system, you have to learn how to operate within the system. I tried to pay my rent. Where was the money spent? Do you have it now? You tried to pay. I just don't understand that. Either you did or you didn't. And if people think, oh, well, I tried, not my fault, that's when it's time to get on that phone and also start that paper trail. Heck, do a video. I'm logging in trying to pay and it won't accept it. It's time to start that paper trail. Because maybe then you might have one for unlawful eviction. You never know. But we can't sit up here thinking, oh, no, it's not taking it. Oh, well, another whole month. It's not month 3? The first month, you should have been concerned. Should have called the caseworker. So it's things like this here. I notice how some people may operate and they're like, oh my, and they feel like they've been victimized. We live in an adult world. I tried to pay my rent. It's not going to cut it. Because when you get to court, they want to know, did you pay it or not? It's really that simple. And then by that time, they've got late fees, could be hundreds of dollars. It would have been easy just to pay the rent. Whatever the issue was where you couldn't pay it, try to resolve it. If you have the money and the system is not taking it, honey, I want to be at that post office with priority mail. If I can pay online, priority mail, return receipt. If you are sending a money, I told an older person like this, they had an issue. You're sending a money order. Before you send that money order, you need to make a copy of it. Not just that little bottom thing, whatever you tear off. You need to make a copy of the money. When you fill it out, make a copy of that money order front and back. Have a copy. Do not send regular mail. If I were you, I said send priority mail with a signature. Do not play around. Well, I don't want to spend that $8.95 or $10. I send regular mail. Do not play around when it comes to a place to lay your head. Life is business. Please operate accordingly. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Man, I'm sorry. I'm afraid it's a good chance this lady might go to the eviction court and get evicted. And then it's going to cost more money to move. And then move where? You have children. Oh my, change the schools. Did a video on Patreon. What did the man say? When it rains, it pours, I tell you. Now the vehicle is not working. Wife riding the bus. They don't even have money for a U-Haul. They don't have money to move. Why? They have no money, zero money. So if you have zero money, the vehicle's not working, the transportation, you have zero money. Move how? Literally left whatever you can carry, bags, the clothes on your back. Do not play. Do not, I beg of you, do not have a lackadaisical attitude when it comes to your mortgage or your rent. That's the wrong time to play games. That's the wrong time to play games. Because it's to the courthouse. It's going to be real simple. Did you pay us? And they don't want to hear about, well, I had to write some more formula. Well, they don't want to hear about it. Did you honor the contract? Did you break the contract? If you didn't pay, you broke the contract. Do not have a lackadaisical attitude when it comes to your place to live. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out.